Hello, love warriors. I'm having my coffee with Jesus. Welcome. Today, the Holy Spirit has another message for you. You see, the Holy Spirit has given me the keys to crack the code of this game called the life. And today's key is called unbothered. I love this key. Because of this key, my life has completely transformed. What does unbothered mean? I'm glad you asked. The Holy Spirit gave me this morning. Living unbothered doesn't mean you live in the happily ever after part of a fairy tale. It doesn't mean that you don't care. It means you refuse to let the world's stress and anxiety rule your feelings and behavior. Living unbothered teaches us to live free. For example, we accept that we have no control of our lives without the help of God, and we need Him for everything and everything. I used to be a control freak. Mm. Wanted control of my life, of other people's life, of situations, until I had to go through breast cancer. And when I was told that I had to lose one breast, I cried and pouted and shouted and wrestled with God and begged Him to not lose that breast. And I end up losing both breasts. And He told me, my will be done, no matter what. And I didn't understand at that moment why His will had to be so harsh. But now I understand that He was teaching me, and He was not only teaching me, but He was helping me. He was protecting me. He was guiding me to a new version of me. Hmm? Practice living unbothered makes us practice non attachments to humans, things, places, and situations. Hmm. That's another unbotheredness that I had to learn the forceful way to unattach myself from humans that no longer serve me, no longer did me good, no longer were good for me, for my spiritual being, for my physical state, for my mental mind. People who came with masks, a bunch of wolves dressed as sheep. And I always thought that people came towards, in my case, with good intentions, and that wasn't the case. And sometimes not because people are bad, I had to detach. It was because that cycle was just over. We're in a movie, this thing called life. And this movie, it's like a book. There's chapters. And when you get in the bus in this movie, there's people gonna get in the bus, and in another stop, people have to get on the stop, until you get to your destination. And I've learned to go in my bus alone with the Holy Spirit. And it's okay. Because that's where I learned to completely depend on Papa God and to learn to love myself. Here's where we learn to embrace mindfulness and live in the now moments in which we all have, which is the now. Again, going through alcoholism, going through breast cancer, going through harbor betrayals. I learned also the forceful way that life is a second. One day we're here, one day we're gone. One day we're laughing, the other day we're crying. So I learned to enjoy the moments of now. Just now. Here we are learned to accept change and embrace change with gratitude, joy, and peace. I have learned to accept all the changes that come to my life, all the simple ones, the non-simple ones, the radical change and the non-so-radical changes. I've accepted the will of God because His will is good and perfect. And I've learned that even if it's painful at the beginning, trust me, at the end of whatever you're going through, it's very peaceful, joyful, blissful, amazing. In this state of unbotheredness, we don't get upset or offended at other humans for not being like us or not understanding us. Everyone has their own journey to live in their own time and pace. This is amazing because we don't get offended. Because we have to understand that people don't offend us. We take the offense. And when we take the offense, the enemy, is laughing at us. Ha ha ha, look where I got her. That's where I wanted her. All offended, all bothered, all angry. She messed up her day. She messed up her trip. She messed up her marriage. Ha ha ha. No. Mm-mm. We take no offense and we don't get bothered. And we let everyone be who they want to be. Because that way, when we are who we are, they can't say nothing. Oh, but they will say something. But again, who cares? We're unbothered. We practice non judgmental as we understand that judging other humans is only judging ourselves. So we don't entertain gossip, jealousy, envy, or any disgruntled comments towards any other human or ourselves. We don't entertain low vibration energy humans that love to entertain gossip and rumors and slanders and lies and that's low vibration. We don't entertain that. We have to stay in the love vibration because God is love. And that's the most powerful energy to be in, to live in, to speak in, to hear in, to be unbothered in love. So we don't entertain again all the shenanigans of the world. We train our mind to stay calm and centered, especially when provoked. We focus on practicing mindfulness techniques like deep breathing and actively listening while maintaining in the presence of the Lord, meaning we maintain His supernatural peace. In conclusion, we live only to please the Lord, which is priceless, and it's basically freedom, freedom. And Second Corinthians 5, Papa God says this to us about being unbothered and living only to please Him. So whether we live or die, we make it our life's passion to live our lives pleasing to Him. For one day we will all be openly revealed before Christ in His throne, so that each of us will be duly recompensed for our actions done in life, whether good or worthless. Meaning, all of us will take accountable one day in front of Yeshua, Jesus, God Himself, on what are we doing here? What are we wasting our time in, or are we living a fruitful life? When we are in gossip, when we are entertaining shenanigans of this world, when we are getting bothered by human situations, circumstances that are just temporary, what we're doing is that we're living a life of shackles, of slavery, and we're wasting our time. We have to be fruitful, living unbothered, again, always in love. Just live to please Papa God. And don't care what people say, do, think, whatever. They're gonna say, do, think, whatever. Anyway, so let just them be fools like they already are. And you just be unbothered. Till the next time, friends. Happy unbotheredness. Shalom, shalom. Bye.